And then we got our good friend, Mariano Corsili.
I am a candidate for county court judge here in Miami-Dade County.
That's right.
And hopefully one day I can, with everyone's help, go to votemariano.com. That is my shameless plug. It is www.votemariano.com. Show love.
Good. Yeah. If you go look up in the sponsors page for who supported Mariano, you'll see Igor Hernandez, you'll see Cam Cornish up there. You'll see some other people you know.
We believe in fairness and justice, which is why we support Mariano. And we don't just say it, we put our money behind it. So if you're watching this and you also believe in fairness and justice and you ascribe to those values, that's nice. But know that without money, campaigns don't run. So if you go to the website, there's going to be a button on there where you can donate to Mariano's campaign to make sure that he makes it to the bench and we can have more fair judges on the bench. So,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another CHG Weekly Recap. It's been a long time, and we have some special guests. So we'll let them introduce themselves. And now, I'm going to introduce them right now. Well, obviously, we got Igor here, who you know. And then we got our good friend, Mariano Corsili, who I don't know what he's doing nowadays, but
I am a candidate for county court judge here in Miami-Dade County.
That's right. We're going to talk a little bit. You're going to talk a little bit more about that when we do the recap. And then we obviously have our attorney extraordinaire, Mr. Ira Combs, over there. How you doing, Ira? Good.
The third.
that's true.
Ira Combs the third. We got to make sure we get that whole thing in there.
It's important.
If we're doing that, I'm Cam Cornish the fourth, just so everybody knows. So anyway, look, if you're watching this, you should know how this goes. We're gonna talk a little bit about what we've been up to this week, so you get an eye's view into what our week's been like, both as law firm owners, as people running for judge, and as attorney extraordinaires. So we'll start with Papa. So this week for me has been comprised basically exclusively of hiring work and setting up our new CRM, which CRM thing, not super exciting, but it is going to be really useful. Basically so that we can provide value and make sure we can help the people who contact us to help them. And it's a lot of technology, so we hire some people to do it. I'm not learning how to do the things that I thought I needed to learn how to do, which is important. And then hiring. We're hiring a marketing manager. We're also hiring intake specialists because we want to make sure that we get out there and help as many people as we can because we believe we do it really well and that people would benefit coming to us. So if any of you guys know any marketing people, any marketing managers who are A players and they're looking for a place to go, feel free to reach out to me or the rest of the crew and we'll see if we can work together. But yeah, that's been it for me, man. Hiring work, CRM work, and meeting deadlines. I think meeting deadlines as well.
Important?
We're very serious about deadlines. Yeah. We weren't so serious about deadlines before. Now we're serious.
Can I ask you a question about your CRM?
Sure.
What is it you like about your new CRM that your old CRM didn't have?
Oh, man. There's a lot. Basically, the CRM that we had before, I'm not going to throw any under the bus, but it's like super counterintuitive. Not counterintuitive, it's super unintuitive. It's very poorly set up. So, like, if you want to create any sort of automations so that your clients can receive value without you having to do it manually every time, it's very difficult to do. Setting up any sort of campaigns to invite people to our event, very complicated to do for no good reason. So the new one makes all of that easier, and I guess that's basically the long and the short.
Counterintuitive would probably be horrible, where you want to open up a new case, but then it erases 3 other cases.
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense. I would not want that.
That's not added value, right?
That's right. We're not going to throw any under the bus right now, but maybe if there are any lucrative sponsorship deals. You heard it here, folks. Anyway, Igor Hernandez, what'd you get up to this week, man?
Hey, everybody. I'm Igor Hernandez, the first of my name.
The first of my house. Hernandez, I've never heard that name before.
Right, it's pretty unique.
It's straight from Cuba. It's straight from what is it? From the USSR.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
So no, I mean a lot of legal work, but also a lot of non-legal work. So we are hiring not only intake people, not only marketing managers, we are hiring lawyers as well. Because Ira does a great job, but he can't do it alone. He's one man, and we need an army. So if you are looking for a place to go where you can try your own cases, do your own thing, handle business, and not be in the back office somewhere, push some papers, give me a call. Other than that, I'm very excited. Very, very excited. I have this case that I've been sweating for the last 8 months. Great case, great client. She's pretty injured. Everything's great, except the defense is doing the bullshit the defense does. They're lying about everything. They're hiding evidence. Nobody knows anything. I've deposed 12 people, and nobody can tell me what happened or how it happened. But today was inspection day, also known as judgment day. So we went in there with some people. We had two experts. We have a metallurgist and we have an architect. We went in there and we got to see what caused the injury, what broke, why it broke, and it's pretty clear that the defendant just doesn't care. I don't want to curse in front of our esteemed guest here today. Doesn't care about safety of their customers, and so I'm very, very pleased that those were the results. Because as plaintiff lawyers, sometimes we don't really know. We could go in there and not find anything, and then you got to have a tough conversation with your client about the fact that, hey, like, yeah, you're injured, you're badly injured. I believe you, I care about you, but I can't prove it, right? And
We don't have to have that conversation now.
I don't want to have those conversations. So today it was a great day, and I'm glad that it played out that way because I think justice will prevail, and now we see the full picture and we can try his case to a jury and get the right result if it needs to go that far. But that's about it. What about you, Mariano? It's not your week, right?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I want to thank Igor for not using profanity in front of me.
You're welcome.
I spent 8 years in the United States Marine Corps where I was a sergeant, and not once have I ever used nor heard of profanity.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that.
I know you have sensitive ears, so
They are quite sensitive. My week was broken down into 3. I'm a trial attorney, so I was preparing a case for trial. I'm running for judge in Miami-Dade County, and I'm also a dad. So I spent several hours this week teaching my kid how to add and multiply fractions, which means I spent some time before that trying to remember how to add and multiply fractions, which was hard.
It wears off after a while.
It wears off after a while. I forgot how to do that. So my kid came back, got an A on the test, and she thinks I am the smartest person alive, and I want to keep that going until she finally figures out the truth.
We also think that.
Well, I appreciate that. If you need, I know Igor's hiring, if you need someone to add and or multiply fractions,
good guy.
you know, my kid. I got a 10-year-old. Probably do it for minimum wage. You know, on the work end, I spent about 3 days going over 4,000 pages of transcripts. I have a case where a young lady was doing work for a company, and then they decided to not hire her. So I sent them a letter going, "Hey, my client did some work for you guys. It'd be nice if you pay her." And they said she never did any work for us. So I have 128 emails and 4,000 pages of text transcripts with various C-suite executives from the company, all evidencing that she in fact did work for them. Turns out that the CEO died and no one else wants to pay her. So that's going to be fun.
I have a feeling they're going to pay one way or the other.
Oh, they're going to pay. And then the rest of the week, I did a lot of judicial things where, for my campaign, where I had to go out, I met different people, different groups of people. If you are a judge, which I hope to be, it's important to get to know how people live their lives and how their everyday, their day-to-day could sometimes end up with them being in jail or in court or in a civil case. And if you don't know how people live their lives, if you don't know how different parts of society function, then you can't really be fair. You cannot, from the bench, treat everyone exactly the same because everyone's not exactly the same. Being fair means that you treat everyone as an individual, because if you treat everyone the same, you're not going to get equality. You're just going to get lazy justice, which is not something that we want on the bench. So getting to know people, learning how people are, learning different parts of society, it's part of the job. And hopefully one day I can, with everyone's help, go to votemariano.com. That is my shameless plug. It is www.votemariano, MARIANO.com. Show love.
Good. Yeah. If you go look up in the sponsors page for who supported Mariano, you'll see Hugo Hernandez, you'll see Cam Cornish up there. You'll see some other people you know.
Yeah, so actually that's a good point. So we believe in fairness and justice, which is why we support Mariano. And we don't just say it, we put our money behind it. So if you're watching this and you also believe in fairness and justice and you ascribe to those values, that's nice, but know that without money, campaigns don't run. So if you go to the website, there's going to be a button on there where you can donate to Mariano's campaign to make sure that he makes it to the bench and we can have more fair judges on the bench. So, Ira, what did you get up to?
Ira, what'd you get up to this week, man? Pick the microphone, my friend. Take it. Nowhere near as exciting as Judge Cornelius.
Candidate.
Pretty much I had a CME to start the week off, and client couldn't drive, so I had to pick him up and take him to the CME. He only speaks Spanish. CME again? Compulsory medical examination. Yeah, pretty much the defendant's doctor is examining my client. We get there and there's no Spanish interpreter for him, which we had asked for beforehand. The doctor speaks a little Spanish, about as good as mine. Client speaks a little bit of English, but client was like, let's just get it over with. So it
was quite the event. Me taking 2.5 hours going through it. But then just depositions through the week. Had a court hearing on a motion to limit another compulsory medical examination on another case, and for an objection on a NPNP, which the judge granted without surprise. He actually granted it, but he granted our objection. And pretty much just, click up tasks, emails, and draft the motions. Yeah.
No naps. No napping.
Oh, no.
No nap.
No naps.
All right, no, that's awesome, and it goes without saying, but Ira's been with us 3 years now. Yeah, and this year's been fantastic. He's been handling business big time. He's tried cases. He's really put in the work and gotten great results for his clients. And, everybody's busy and everybody's doing all kinds of stuff, but it's good to remember those things, and we do remember those things because at the end of the day, the reason we do what we do is for the client, but the clients can't get the justice that they need without people like Ira to be there to actually make it happen. And it doesn't come without effort. It comes with a lot of effort. It comes with a lot of work and a lot of thought and a lot of intent. And it comes with the long nights and I wish I could be out partying or whatever, but we got trial in a week. And so I'm going to be here for 12, 15 hours, because when we go put 6 in the box, we got to be doing the best that we can for the client. So I want to give a shout out to Ira. He's definitely handling business this year.
Give you a shout out.
Okay.
So I met this guy for the first time about 10 years ago. I took a class on cross-examination, and you had recently graduated from FIU Law. You were a new public defender at the public defender's office. And during that class, it was obvious to me that this guy was going to be great at what he is great at now. So to see 10 years later that you are fulfilling that potential that people saw in you as a very young lawyer, I got to tell you, I'm very proud of you. And anyone that has you as the undersigned in any of their pleadings has a good chance of seeking and finding justice in their case. And I want to thank you for the work that you do for your clients.
Appreciate it. And Kim, you're good too, bro.
These guys are okay. These guys are okay.
I'm all right.
Anyway, so let's raise a glass to a good week and a good week coming to the future. Salud.